Hello, Brittany Hart family.
Hello, friends. Ooh. So, today we are talking about making long-distance relationships work. We have been in a long-distance relationship for pulling up on 2 years now, so I feel like we've gotten the hang of it just a little bit. So, if you guys would like to know a little bit more about how to make a long-distance relationship work and how we've managed to make it work.
Stay tuned.
I was going to say keep on watching, but I mean, since you want to be a part of things, I guess.
I will walk away.
Okay. You want to go first? I go first.
You go first.
I go first.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. So the biggest thing for me is the phone works both ways. So when you are in a long distance relationship, one person, it makes you feel better when both people are trying to do their best to communicate both sides, if that makes sense. Like, I want to know how your day is going just the same way you should want to know the way my day is going, how I've been, how you've been, and whatnot. And that is really big for me. Just hearing from my spouse, seeing if they're okay, that's big for me.
You have to be willing to communicate, and if something is wrong, just don't hold it in.
Yes.
And be a little vulnerable.
Yes, that is a good one. Sorry, go ahead.
You also have to be willing to make it work, and have a plan so you're not in a long distance relationship forever.
Yes, I want to say something about him saying you have to be vulnerable, because when you're on the phone with someone every day and your relationship is really through the phone most of the time, it's not the same. Typically, some people can say that if someone's upset better when you're in person. It can be different over the phone, especially when you're texting. Like, texting can be the most difficult way to know if something is wrong with someone, especially if they're not showing it through their text. So communicating, saying what's wrong with you if something is upset is very important.
So with us, I knew her before we were in a long distance relationship. So I kind of knew exactly how she talks and reacts to certain stuff. So when she's upset, she does not like to talk to me. She gets a little quiet, and it irritates me. So I'm very vocal when it comes to certain stuff like that. And if we're having a disagreement or something, I'm very vocal. She's very not. You have to give her time to kind of corroborate her feelings and emotions until she's ready.
Which is okay. I've been getting better, and that's another thing. You really have to learn your spouse, and you have to see what works best for you guys. Like he said, he is very vocal immediately. I am not. I typically need I like to process my thoughts, process my emotions, give me some space, give me a minute type of person. But I have been getting better with that because I know that he does not like that. So that's another thing. You have to be willing to compromise. And that's with or without a long distance relationship, willing to compromise and stuff like that.
But in a long distance relationship with us, I'm very on a set schedule. So in the morning, I will be on the phone. We wake up on the phone. Yeah, my phone be going through it because it's always we're always on the phone. But it works for us to a sense. Soon we won't be using the phone. When I'm with her, I don't even charge my phone. Being honest. But when I'm not, I carry my charger with me just in case, and I keep her updated on every little thing because she's not there throughout the day, or I'm not gonna come home to her after work or something. So.
That is very true. And he's in the military, so even though he has a set schedule, there are days where he might end up having to stay later than he thought he was, or if he has to go to the field, things like that. So it's very important to keep each other updated because our work schedules are very opposite sometimes. When he's getting off of work, sometimes I'm going to work. So being able to talk to each other on our breaks and whatnot is very essential. Knowing each other's schedule and trying to still make a way to communicate, because I promise it's very easy to feel like that person doesn't miss you, doesn't want to talk to you if you're never hearing from them or they're not even making an effort.
Sometimes I'll just send her random paragraphs here and there.
Yeah.
Just so she, knows that just because of the distance doesn't mean I'm not still, missing her or love her. Just have to give that random burst of affection here and there.
Yeah.
Especially if you can't give it in person.
Oh, I love that. It really makes me feel good inside. I do the same thing for him and with him, because a male isn't the only one who has to give out the love and affection. It goes both ways, because just like we feel lonely and sad, males feel the same way. They're feeling lonely, they're feeling sad, and he's in the military, so he lives in a completely different state. He doesn't have family out there, so I can understand that. So we make each other a priority on a daily, and I feel like you should do that with or without long distance.
And being in a long distance relationship, you have to make time to see each other. You can't just be in a long distance relationship and never see each other.
Yes.
That's really kind of pointless. So I come down every now and then. I get a 4-day, or I'll come down for the weekend or something, just to see her, or she'll come down. We'll flip flop and see each other. But it gets better over time, because you kind of get in a rhythm.
Yes.
Until you finally decide, hey, I want to close that gap and
move in together.
Or yeah.
Like when we first became a long distance couple, I was always worried, like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna see him. Like, how am I gonna do this? Because when he left, I didn't even have a car yet. Like, I didn't have a car yet, so I'm like, I don't even know how I would get out there. Like, am I gonna fly? Are my parents gonna have to take me every time? Like, it was just so stressful on me. But of course now we don't go a month without seeing each other. Like, somebody has to find a way. Like, even there are times where I'll even go out to him and spend a week with him, just because like I know he doesn't have a 4-day or a 3-day coming up. I'll make sure to still find a way to get out there and go see him.
It's kind of easier for her to come see me in a sense, because I can't not come back to work or call out to work.
Yes. So he can't just take off like whenever he wants. I can. So in those cases where he doesn't have a 4-day or a 3-day, I'll take off a whole week for work and I'll go spend the week with him out there. Because I mean, you gotta be fair too, because it's a 4-hour drive. Like,
it's not too bad, but it's still a distance.
Yeah, and then driving by yourself, like, you get used to it after a while. Like, the first time I took the drive, it wasn't, of course it's never that bad once you get there, but it was a pretty long drive. But I've taken it enough times to where it's like, it's a breeze now. Like, it is what it is. Like, I know it's going to take 4 hours. Let's just get it over with. I don't even watch the clock anymore. Like, you just get there.
Just drive.
You just drive. Like, I feel like a lot of people think long distance just doesn't work. Like, oh, you can't do long distance. Oh, or like people are like, I don't know. I feel like, oh, because you can't trust them. But I feel like, okay, so say we weren't considered long distance and he lived up the street. We're still not with each other 25/8. So I don't really feel like that's a good excuse for people to say that.
I mean, it's all up to you willing to make something work. If you're willing to put the effort in, then it will work.
That's why your girl got a ring on the finger. I'm sorry, I didn't have to say that. I'm sorry.
As long as you're willing to put effort in on both sides, then you should be fine. Just if you really want to be with that person, you'll find a way.
Yes, if you really want to be with somebody, you'll find a way. Like, that's why it doesn't work for everyone, because you really don't want to put in that effort, and that's okay. Don't force yourself to be with somebody who lives in California. Like, you don't have to do that. If you live in Georgia and I live in California, did you just, what was that? Anyways, so like you don't have to force yourself to do it. We were together before we became long distance. We did not start in a long distance relationship. So I guess that can be another reason why it was such a priority for us to make it work, because we knew it was coming for a long time. Are you playing with the side mirror? Have you been looking at the camera today?
No. I've been looking at myself.
Y'all, my camera flips out, so he does not look at the camera.
See, like I'm looking
he
at
looks
the camera
at
now.
the video on the side. He's just staring at himself.
Yeah.
You think we should start putting a mirror behind it so you can see yourself later?
No, I'm fine. I'll just look at the side camera.
But that. Anyways, so yes, you don't have to do that. Like, I feel like we're a good example, and we have set a good schedule for ourselves to show people like it works.
It can work. Just don't do it. I don't think I could do it forever.
Yeah, no,
Like,
definitely not.
If you want to be with that person, have it to where you have a time period to where you can close that gap. Originally, we're going to wait till she finished college to move in together, but plans change, schedules move up quicker, and
Which is true.
gonna change and close that gap a lot quicker. But it still took us a year and some change.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
To even close that gap. And it's been hard. I will say, like, long distance relationships are not easy at all. Like, they're really annoying. There are days where I feel so lonely, especially when I have a bad day. Like, I want to come home and I wish I was coming home to him, or like I could go get a hug or something like that. It becomes like stressful at times, but then like you just think about it like this is only temporary. That is like your best word, key phrase. Temporary. It's all temporary, because once you close the gap, like
See this person every day.
exactly, and I'm gonna get tired of you.
You can't get tired of me.
You're right. See, I don't like the way you did that, because then I had to say you're right, because you are right, but you know you gonna have people on here anyways. But yes, I feel like this video this wasn't like a.
See, we weren't looking at our phones.
We weren't looking at our phone. Like, we literally just pulled out the camera, sat down together, and just said, let's talk about how to make long distance relationships work. And so, like, this wasn't like okay, fact number 1, fact number 2. Like, no.
It's a little talking session.
Just a little chit chat with you guys. Like, because we are in a long distance relationship, but we managed to make it work, and we're still happy with each other.
I support her. I'm not a YouTuber. She's the YouTuber.
Yeah.
I'm just here.
He's my mushkin. He comes to support me. You rolled your eyes at me?
No, not that time.
Not that time. But yes. So yes, he does support me. And that's another thing. We support each other in our dreams. Like, I knew he wanted to be in the military for so long, and I continue to support him. I never strayed away. I never tried to change his mind or anything like that, because if that's what he wants to do, he should do what he wants to do. And he knows I've always wanted to go to college. He's in school too. So let me not say like he's in the military. He doesn't want to go to school.
So I'm active duty, but I still take classes here and there just to, get my degree along the way. So
it works.
yeah, I take like 5 classes a year. I mean, it's a lot, especially on such a busy schedule, but it works for me.
And I help him.
Yeah, when I suck at something, she helps me.
I help him.
We have actually been long distance since I left for basic. That was July in 2019.
So yeah.
We're in 2020 now.
2021.
2021. Getting used to it. See, she mumbling.
So yes, so I would say it definitely, you just gotta put the work in. You know, it's like saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope this helps somebody, but honestly, I don't know, because this video, like I said, it wasn't like planned very well. Like,
well, if you guys have any questions, anywhere in the world you are, it could be across the street, comment below. She'll answer it, or I'll check on it and she'll text me or something and be like, hey, this person has questions for you. And I'll do my best.
You said y'all see what he just did? Because he know I'm going to take like 8 minutes to say what I'm trying to say. So he tried to squeeze it into 30 seconds. But it's fine, I guess. You know, that's nice. So, thank you guys for watching my video. And I hope you guys enjoyed the fact that I brought my fiance on here again. And see, I can't be serious with him next to me. I just can't be serious. So, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you leave a
Make sure you leave a like, a comment, and
subscribe. Yes. And we'll hope to see you in the very next video. Ew, that was so cringe.